Now, I don't want to brag. Just kidding. That is precisely what I want to do. But look, I understand that this show isn't really exactly eye candy. It's pseudo-professional at best with the backdrop and with the look I have. I mean, sometimes I don't shave for like 5 days and I come on air with like disgusting stubble and I haven't gelled my hair. I look like my head has pubic hair on it with the white boy fro going on. And I struggled getting the audio right for roughly the majority of the show's existence. But I think there's a reason why we're growing. The internet has a way of weeding out liars and frauds and rewarding people who are honest. Even if you might not necessarily agree with the shit I say. Like, there's a lot of libertarians who listen to the show, and I have a love-hate thing going on with them. But I think that the internet is good at calling BS on people and saying to other people, okay, we accept. We think that you're doing an okay job. So the other day when we were talking about CNN's recent coverage and what they're doing, I said this. And here's what they're doing. They're cheating. CNN is cheating right now because they learned that whenever there's breaking news coverage, they do better in the ratings. So now they're just doing breaking news. We have nothing to update. That's their trick. Their trick is say something is breaking news when it's not breaking news and just endlessly speculate while you're pretending it's news. And that's what they're doing on this missing plane. They've been doing it nonstop. So they're cheating. But here's why that's going to fail. It's cheating. I mean, essentially what they're doing is, let's compare the rating levels to your energy levels. If you've been up for 2 days straight and you're really tired, well, you can say, okay, let me just chug 2 Monster Energies and then I'll plow forward. Hey, my energy levels went up. This is great. But guess what? That's not sustainable. You're going to crash because you need to fucking sleep. Sleep is the answer. Well, what CNN is doing with their ratings is, God, our ratings have sucked for so long. Well, we could just cheat and continue to do the breaking news thing. That's the equivalent of pounding the energy drinks. Okay, we got these really good ratings. We got a really high energy level for X amount of time, but then you'll crash again. The second people catch on that this is all a fucking joke and you have nothing to add to it, people are going to go, oh, okay, this is fucking stupid. Click, they turn it off. So there are 2 main claims in there. Number 1, CNN is abusing the breaking news banner. Now, most people would agree, most objective observers, but there are actually a lot of CNN loyalists, and especially like the hosts on CNN. Don Lemon was like, abuse it? No, we haven't abused it. What are you talking about? We're covering this thing appropriately. Well, today, this story breaks. Show the picture. That's a CNN banner that says, quote, breaking news. Titanic sunk 102 years ago tonight. Yeah, that would be the opposite of breaking news. We get it, dude. The Titanic sank. Okay, it's the anniversary of the Titanic sinking. It's not even like an even number anniversary. Like 100-year anniversary. 102. How embarrassing is that, man? Breaking news, something happened 102 years ago. To me, I think you simply can't argue against it now. Even people who work on CNN would need to admit, okay, look, we've taken it too far, that's not breaking news. So that's the first claim. The other claim I made is that the abuse of the breaking news banner for ratings is destined for failure because people are going to catch on. Now, remember, that might seem, you listening, and since you guys watch, you probably have, somewhat similar beliefs to me, or else you wouldn't want to hear me run my fucking mouth. So to you, this might be obvious. Oh, okay, duh, like, clearly, if they're abusing it, it's not going to work in the long run. But there are people, I read articles where people said, no, their ratings are doing great when they cover. Greta Van Susteren wrote an article praising CNN for their coverage recently of the missing plane and what they've been doing with the breaking news, because she says, look, the ratings are working. It's doing better in the ratings. So there are people who said this is going to work in the long run. This is going to work. Hey, the ratings go up when they do breaking news. The more they do breaking news, the better. It's a simple math problem, right? I was the one that told you, no, it's definitely going to fail because people are going to catch on and realize this is bullshit. Show the chart. This is the ratings breakdown. CNN, down. They used to beat MSNBC regularly. Now they had 593,000 total viewers on average in primetime. MSNBC, 760,000. Blew them out of the water. The only network that CNN beat is their own network, HLN, which is their crime news network division. I called it, man. I called it. A lot of you guys are probably like, shut the fuck up, you bragging son of a bitch. But it all goes back to what I was saying at the beginning when I was blowing myself. I think there's a reason why people want to listen, even though I look like an idiot sometimes, and I'm not dressed the best, and I don't shave, and my hair's gross, and the backdrop is amateurish at best. Hey, at least when I'm saying something, you know that a prediction, it's a pretty decent prediction. I try to base it on the evidence. I try to base it on the facts. I try to base it on common sense and logic. And oftentimes when you're looking at the mainstream media and the establishment and all these jack-offs who take themselves too seriously, you don't get a prediction that good.